Hey Eurovision fam, it's Alesia Michelle. I am so happy to be bringing this video to you. I feel like it's been so long since I've had a video that I edited. It's been a minute. Because we've been going live, having all these live conversations, and I love that. But we gotta get down to business. So as you know, I am doing this series where I basically ask questions on Twitter. People give me their answers, and I, do it real scientific. I basically write down on a piece of paper, who voted for what. Real tough stuff. And so today's conversation, it's all about our solo ladies. Yes, all the female artists solo on the stage for Eurovision 2023. I got a new video. Alesia Michelle.
Hey girl.
I'm ready to go.
How you feeling?
Eurovision fam. Are you ready for the show? Hey, if you've never been in my channel before, welcome. If you love the Eurovision Song Contest, please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, do all the things that you can so that you don't miss this content. Also, I guess I should start saying this. I'm going to be having watch parties in Washington, D.C. So if you are an American Eurovision fan like me and you can't make it to Liverpool this year, maybe you want to come to D.C. Just saying. D.C.'s a great place to hang out, if I do say so myself. And so we're talking about your favorites. And you know what? I'm not even gonna play games with y'all. Who do you think came in first place? Yeah, it was Loreen. Okay? It was Sweden. Sweden was number one. You knew that, but I will tell you this. It's not like she ran away with it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she just had this huge lead over our second place person. So I think that that's telling. That's pretty telling. And so for this conversation, I'm going to do fifth places. So obviously, I've already told y'all now, Sweden came in first place. But before we get to that, I'll talk about everybody else who was mentioned. All right, so we got 5 positions for this poll. So we've got a 5th place, a 4th place, a 3rd place, 2nd place. And again, I already gave you first place. So firstly, I'm going to talk about everyone who didn't really make it into a slot. So I'll start off with, remember, basically 1 vote to get your name on the list. You have to mention them. And then everything after that, I'll put a tick mark by. Poland basically had virtually 2 votes, but technically 1 vote. But in the purposes of this, formula that I have, they got 1 point. But Poland's not alone. Lithuania got 1 point. And real talk, you know what? Just to be mentioned is powerful. You know what I'm saying? Just to be mentioned is powerful. So Lithuania and Poland, you didn't make it through, but at least you got mentioned. So that's a win. Next up, tied with 5 votes each, respectively. I don't know if I said that. 5 votes each, respectively, is Georgia and Israel. Now, I'm not going to lie. As angry and fervent as some of these Israeli stans, because that's what I'm calling y'all. Y'all are stans. You're not fans. There's a difference. You can be a fan of something and not a stan. But some of the Israel has some stans this year. Y'all are out there fighting people in the comments for no reason, trying to beat me up virtually. What is that about? You like what you like. I like what I like. Come on, let's keep it with that. But yes, Israel and Georgia were tied with 5 votes each. And I mean, look, I think one thing that these 2 acts have in common for sure is I think on stage, Georgia's going to amaze us and Israel's going to amaze us on stage. I think vocally, Georgia's song is slightly more challenging, I think. But I think with Israel, we're going to have that really slick production. It's going to just be super well executed. And I mean, look, let's be real. Both of them are qualifying. Okay? Both of them are qualifying. So girls, you didn't make the cut. You weren't in one of our positions, but you got mentioned, and that's a win. Next up with 6 votes each, it's Portugal and Estonia. And I would say one thing that I would say that these countries have in common is they have proficient live vocalists. Alika and Mimi Cat are not going to be serving any bum notes our direction this year, and off that, you already know I'm in. It's also interesting because I think that we think that Estonia and Portugal, are probably, and I don't know, I'm having these conversations with folks, and as solid as I thought Estonia was, now given the running order and everything, I'm actually kind of on the fence with Estonia. And I kind of feel like because there are no juries, there are some people who are worried about Portugal. So I think 2 of these performers are sort of in this zone where they could be borderline qualifiers, maybe for some, it's possible. But honestly, I don't think either of them deserves to be in that borderline space. I think that both Alika and Mimi Cat are giving us something that on the stage is going to be arresting and well executed. And I think it's just going to come down to Europe's mood. So they didn't make the cut. But it wasn't like they only had 1 point, and it wasn't like they weren't mentioned at all. So it's good to see them here. And I mean, look, Bridges, I've had sort of this back and forth relationship with. You know, there are days when I love the song. When it comes up in the playlist, I'm singing it all the way through. But then there are days where I'm just like, I just want to get to the next song. So it's weird. I've never really had that, I think, where I'm just so like, I like it, I love it, I like it, I love it. You know, where I'm just not really set on it. And I mean, maybe it's just a fact that, you know, Bridges is this powerful ballad, and maybe I'm just not in a space where I want a ballad. Maybe I want a little bit of fun, like Mimi Cat's I Could Have Saw. I am loving that song, and honestly, I think that Portugal, as borderline and maybe concerned some of us are about the entry, I really hope that we are kind of proven wrong. And I don't want to say even proven wrong, because ultimately I feel like the locals, I think the people who are just going to be watching the show casually are going to gravitate towards this song. Portugal has a great track record when it comes to staging. So I am hopeful that this is going to be executed well on the stage. I just have a lot of faith in this, and so I really want to see it in the final. And honestly, I think that if Portugal can make it to the final, I think it's going to do really well. So next up, the other song that didn't make the cut, I'm telling you, y'all are going to be really surprised. With 9 votes, it's Norway. Alessandra, I wonder if people are just feeling a little bit of fatigue because we got the song so early, but I was surprised to not see this in the mix, in the top 5, slots for this. It's a song that I know when I have shown people the Eurovision music videos and I played the song in my car, this is the song when I ask, like, oh, which song did you like the most? Everyone remembers it. Everyone is like, that moment. I'll tell you, my mom, she is like, this vocal is everything. It's dynamic. It takes me on a journey. I think that Norway is going to do very well at Eurovision this year. And look, I understand why people are having a winner potential conversation with it, because this song sort of has all the makings. It's got enough kitsch and camp to have the people who are kind of like, I come to Eurovision for wacky stuff. I think they're getting fed. But it also has this amazing, challenging vocal that Alessandra is executing well. You know, I feel like it's funny because when I did my reaction, I had this one note where I was like, I just feel like she's singing it very, supported and very technically correct. And I'm like, girl, it's a pop song. Bring the vocal forward. And now in that music video with that version of the track, the vocal is forward. We're getting that pop moment. So I really think that this is going to be executed well. I think that Norway has a potential to come top 5. I don't know. There's something about it that just tells me it's not going to win. It's just something in the sauce that I'm like, it's not going to win. But I think it's really good. I think it's something that people are going to latch on to. So yeah, Norway not in the top 5 slots, but definitely, gonna make a dent on the stage in Liverpool. Okay, well, let's go to 5th position, our official first, of the ranking. Starting it off, 5th position, it's Armenia. Y'all, I'm really feeling this song. And I'm happy that I'm not alone. I'm happy that Armenia has a couple of stands out there and a couple of fans out there that are fighting for this song. I don't love the running order for it, but I still think there's something so impactful about this song. Sonically, it stands out. I like the fact that the song isn't really loud. It isn't bombastic. It doesn't feel like it's trying to do something at Eurovision. It just feels current. It feels fresh. And there's an effortlessness about it. I love the fact that we're pairing something. We've got kind of like the hip hop elements of it, but then we also still get a little bit of that ethnic Armenian feel in it. This is just a kind of a hodgepodge and creation of stuff that I think ultimately works. And I really am curious to see how Armenia decides to bring it to life on the stage. I've got faith, but we'll see. 4th position is our girl, Mae Muller for the UK. This song is effortless. This is that throwaway pop bop that I love. I kind of feel like sometimes, people try to do too much, they overwork a track. And the ease of this song just feels so authentic to her as a performer. This is the girl that you watch on TV and it's like, that's my homegirl. That's my friend. It's not like, ooh, look at this sort of pop diva that almost looks unreal on this pedestal. It's like, this is the girl that's your friend. You can pick up the phone and call her and be like, girl, what you doing? And she's like, girl, I just wrote this song. I just feel like there's something so accessible about her and the track. And I really hope that the UK leans into that when it comes to staging this. We don't need a whole bunch of choreo. We don't need her doing a whole lot. We just need some real authentic, cute styling that fits her and flatters her. And then I think we just need to show that personality. Let the girl emote. Let the girl sell the song. We don't have to do a whole lot around her to get that impact, because ultimately I think people are just going to be able to connect with her, and I'm happy to see her here in the mix. I don't think that this is a song that's going to win Eurovision, but I do think that this is a song that could crack the top 10, and honestly for the UK, that's a great place to be. In third position, it's our diva, it's our chanteuse, it is Lazara from France. Look, y'all, évidemment. Okay, come on. The song is I don't even think it's a challenging song vocally. There's something, again, that feels easy about it. But I think it's everything else that sort of elevates it. It's the class, it's the elegance. And I think it doesn't feel like a song that's trying too hard. Again, this feels like something authentic to France. It feels like something authentic to Lazara. And although it isn't giving us anything maybe forward thinking and kind of experimental, I think that this song still just has a real depth and complexity to it because of the way that Lazara is delivering it. The idea of the chorus kind of being this, like, obviously, it's even the words, even the lyrics are just sort of like, well, yes, like, of course, and sort of serving it in this way that feels very elevated, but kind of a message that's like down to earth and like we're connecting. I really, really like this. I think that France picked right. Do I think that this is a winner? It's interesting because I think a lot of people have it as their winner. So I don't feel like it's going to win, but I think it's going to do very well at Eurovision. And I think it's a song that's going to get some jury love and get some televote love. So we'll see what happens in Liverpool. And so, of course, I already told you that Sweden, Loreen, won. She had 50 votes, but in second place with 42 votes. So not a huge gap. It's our girl, Blanca Paloma from Spain. What can I say about Spain that I haven't already said? What can I say about it that I haven't already said? It's great. It's perfection. We shouldn't be counting it out. And honestly, y'all, would y'all be mad about having Eurovision in Spain? I know I wouldn't. I would enjoy it. Well, that's what Twitter said. What do you think? Drop down and talk to me in the comments below. Do you agree with Twitter's picks? Talk to me in the comments below. Do you feel like someone's left out from this list? Break it down in the comments below. This is a conversation. And you know what? I'm so excited for Eurovision 2023. Don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe. I got more content coming for ya. Bye.